ready with another 2-2. Swung on and missed, and boy, they took the man there. One away. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He singled in 2 trips to the plate. Takes this the other way to right. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. Now a 5-0 lead. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track. And he...
Digging in and looking for more. Benjamin Javery. Big game for him so far. He's homered twice and added a triple for good measure. Here's the first pitch to him. And he takes a good swing.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining the broadcast. Please like or dislike and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate the support.
No errors in the game for Toronto.
I will return the favor. And feel free to leave a comment saying hey.
Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field and deep back.
Now, actually, I've sent a link out to Twitter to Ramon Russell, who is awesome, and I've been trying to shout out to him to get my last name included in the game. As you noticed, it said Javery, not Janeway. My last name is Janeway, and I've been trying to get my game into the game, my name into the game. To where they will say it, and I'm trying to work with him on getting it in there for MLB The Show 18, which I will buy because this is the best baseball game ever. But Ramon Russell, if you're watching this or you tune into it, please, if you could get my name, my last name pronounced in the game, that would be so clutch, bro. I would really appreciate it. Again, it's Janeway, just like it sounds. Janeway.
So that just about does it.
So if you break it down, it's like the first name of a woman, Janeway. Janeway. Thanks, Ramon Russell, if you could make that happen, and if you happen to see this broadcast.
The winning pitcher is David Price. His record is now 1-1. The save to David Price.
Hang on, I'm just saving it. Alright, unfortunately I can't stream too long, so I'm going to play one with my pitcher, and then I'll start back up a little bit later when I get home. And again, Mr. Ramon Russell, my good sir, if you do catch this stream, if you could get my last name pronounced in the game, that would be so awesome. You can see it there at the bottom, number 9 on the left, Janeway. Ben Janeway. That would be so awesome.
Now from Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, welcome to Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. It's a battle of elite pitchers next on MLB Network. Matt Harvey, a native of Connecticut, will be doing the pitching in this one. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he's coming off one of those performances. He pitched deep in the ball game. He showed you durability, ability to throw strikes when he needed to. He's looking very good right now, and I expect another good game from him right now.
Now at the plate, Juan Ozuna. They lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Juan Ozuna.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. H, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, everything's working for them. They've increased their lead in their division. They're blowing everybody away. The challenge, I think, moving forward is just to stay focused and motivated as they know they're going to be a playoff team.
A little bit outside, 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
So high and tight and fast as hell.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, one guy that's worth the price of admission, Andrew McCutchen. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
And he struck him out.
Changeup.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Andrew McCutchen.
Into the windup and the pitch. Andrew McCutchen is at the plate now, and he takes a called strike. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Well, Fillmore's the type of umpire. He's going to give you a little in some areas and take away the
Yeah, I
others.
definitely think that
he's going to call a little wider on the corners.
Road to the Show is one of the best My Player career modes ever.
McCutchen will spin and yank this one down the left field line, but this will find the seats foul.
As far as baseball goes, maybe out of all of them as well. I like NBA 2K's My Player career mode as well, but I just don't play as much basketball. I played baseball all the way up to high school, so I've always had a love for the game.
The 0-2 pitch.
I used to play the triple play back in the day. Triple play 96, 97, 98.
3 up, 3 down.
And ever since the show's come out, I've always enjoyed the show.
Don't touch that.
I was stoked when they started allowing you to transfer save files over. I've got a character since 2014, I believe.
And he really thrives.
I've got like 900 home runs for my career with him. Been playing with him forever. But I love how you can get through a game pretty quick.
And he'll start him with a high strike here on the fastball on the outside corner.
Not as quick if you're pitching, but any other position like, you know, third base and stuff like that, oh yeah, you're gonna do well.
Cold strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-2.
So 2 pitches in a row on the outside corner for strikes. You think he stays out there?
I think he does. One thing you don't want to do, though, Matt, it's not a good idea to throw the same hitter
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
All right, here's how the Braves line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And these guys can really pick it. They have the highest percentage fielding in the National League. When you do that, you win games. I love watching them play defense.
Standing in, Oliver Escobar, and he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so. First pitch of the at-bat. Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Austin ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Now in the box, Wilmer Flores. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s.
Wilmer Flores.
Here's the first pitch to him. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
And the knuckler got him swinging, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score.
In case nobody can tell, that is Nolan Ryan's windup. The Express. One of the best pitchers ever.
Stepping up to the plate, Ben Jay.
Ben Jay.
Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. So it's a solo shot.
I would feel terrible if a pitcher cracked a home run like that on me.
On the year now, as the Braves get on the board first, it's 1-0. I'm excited to check the home run numbers that come out on Show Track, because that was just one of the most impressive launches we've seen in a good while. And as the numbers come in, that ball was projected to have carried over 460 feet. An amazing show of strength. Digging in now, Lauren Stearns. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Lauren Stearns.
I tried to give you a shout out on a tweet of me broadcasting on YouTube so you could see my character and hear my name. Sorry, somebody sent me a message on the PlayStation Network. I'm trying to out. Trying to get to it without stopping the game. Let's see here.
Into the windup and the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left.
Shit, come on. I still haven't thrown a no-hitter on this one.
Alvarez is in time for the first
Not
out.
this year.
So one gone
I
now
threw,
as we give you a look
well, I
at
threw
where
a
these
no-hitter,
two
but I
teams
haven't
find
thrown a
themselves
perfect
entering
game.
play in the National League's Eastern Division race.
Have an error or something like that. It was either an error or I walked someone.
Standing in, Juan Centeno. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Juan Centeno.
I'm doing pretty good, brother. I'm actually broadcasting some MLB The Show right now. I tweeted at Ramon Russell, and they're going to try and get my last name in the game because it's a very uncommon one. Let's see.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A late swing at a slider for a strike.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
And he takes strike two.
91-mile-an-hour slider. Man alive, there's not many people that throw that one right there. That is an elite group right there. I would throw that pitch every time.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Again, he sends it out of play. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And he got him.
Locked him up.
Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. So digging in now, Matt Harvey. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. The windup and the 0-1. And that one stayed too low apparently. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Damn it.
And here's a ball hit
a little
in the
bit
air.
too early.
Freeman has a play. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They're on the short. Striding in once again, Juan Ozuna comes in.
The only run that's been scored has been by my home run.
Ozuna.
I'm not only pitching, but I'm winning the game for him.
Sent to second base. One away.
Striking people out and batting to score runs.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
13, Marcell Ozuna.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Here we are in the middle of the game, and he's 90% on the first pitch strike, throwing strikes. 90%. Forget about it. You do that, you got no chance of hitting this guy.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Slow bouncer to the right side. To his left, Freeman, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Andrew McCutchen.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss.
Well, he got him to chase a fastball right there off the plate. He's such a good hitter. You don't see him chase out of the zone very often. That just tells me the pitcher's got pretty good stuff.
He's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2.
Goodness gracious, Matt. 100 miles an hour. No wonder he swung and missed. You're not catching up to that pitch. No way.
And
I'm trying to use up all my meters.
7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0.
Because if someone gets a hit, I'll probably send the rest of it
In and ready
so
for
that
another shot.
we can look at some other characters.
They'll start things out here in the home fifth, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. The windup and the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement, it is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department.
Right up there among league leaders. I'm at
Escobar.
That's one of my little minor complaints is the commentary. It should have said something about me being
foul right at home plate.
Not only leading the league, but having a ridiculously low ERA. I mean, you know, if a pitcher had that kind of ERA, he'd probably be getting drug tested every day.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
And I'm pretty sure I'm on Hall of Fame difficulty. I usually play dynamic, but I just got so tired of the lower settings.
Another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. Into the windup and the pitch. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
I'm going to try a high sinker.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out this side on 9 pitches. More from MLB Network. Saturday baseball after this. Ben J will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. There to take it in is McCutchen now for route number 2. Ready for another chance. Lauren Stearns comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
You know what I've been impressed with? He's really used that fastball to his advantage, and he's recognized the fact he's throwing it by people. So he's continued to dominate with that heater and not check off of it much.
Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
I haven't paid attention to it. But one thing I liked about last year is you could see the sweat on their calves.
And the 0-2 pitch.
Oh.
Lifted down the line in right and back out of
That would
play.
be something interesting to see. I remember for a fact You can see the sweat on their hat. Maybe. Looks like there's some sweat where he's been rubbing his finger up there. But you can see it on the cap. Of course, I'm not sure what month I'm in.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. So the shutout's still intact here in the 6th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA.
Actually, I may not be on Hall of Fame difficulty. I think I actually lowered the difficulty because I've got my two-time booster going on. And if you do that, it allows you to get more points while that's going on.
Juan Centeno. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Way out in front.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game.
But I think next inning I'm going to bump it up.
It's really working out for him.
Go ahead and try to move through the game a little bit faster. Plus, there's no way I'm going to throw a no-hitter on
plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now.
Whatever difficulty it's on. If you like pina coladas.
Another 0-2 home. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Into the box now, Matt Harvey. As he swings and lifts it in the air out to left field. Upton will wait on it.
Did the pitcher just hit a home run on me? Okay.
So that'll do it. Down in order go the Mets. They still trail 1-0. Ready for another shot now. Juan Ozuna. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far.
Juan Ozuna.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
They can't afford to continue to fall back any further. They got to get something going on the offensive side. Somebody's got to step up, give a big hit, maybe even a home run, drop a bunt, do something. But this offense has to get going.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that one right down Main Street.
And knuckleball freezes him up.
He's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th. And with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you can see there, he's holding down the top spot in the circuit here for the month of June. Bouncer down the line. But that one rolls foul. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Got him. So that's the 2nd out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location. In the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
Into the windup and the pitch. Andrew McCutchen is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1.
Matt, this is getting a little ridiculous. That strike right there, puts him at 90% of hitters he's throwing first pitch strike to. You do that, yeah, you're going to dominate lineups.
Way in front of that fastball. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And this will be fouled away. And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. The perfect.
Casey Mays enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
And this will find its way to the 335 sign. And that is where the wheels pay off as he's able to make it into second with a hustle double.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
Now batting, shortstop, David Russo.
In now, David Russo.
Dude, that was a perfect jump.
The throw.
And I just fucked up.
And they'll get
Damn it.
out here as he's
I cannot believe I just screwed that up. I had the perfect jump. I gotta replay that actually. Look at how sick I timed that jump.
First baseman, Justin.
I didn't think. I thought I jumped too soon. That's why I stopped. Wow. That is. Oh my God. Actually, I'm gonna do a screenshot of that so I can have proof of that when I tell my boys.
And the pitch. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Shoots this one over to first. Base hit, and the perfect game comes to an end here in the 8th. So he makes it through 7 innings, but they finally get to him for their first hit of the ball game here in inning number 8.
The batter, third baseman,
digging in once again, Oliver Escobar. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And look out as that fastball ran in and got him.
Yeah.
Ouch, bang.
Short here for running my game.
Slipped all he wants, but that looked intentional to me. He goes with the heater up and in and absolutely drills him. That's dangerous, and I'm surprised that the ump appears to be letting it go.
Digging in to try it again, Wilmer Flores. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
He's putting together a nice outing so far. It always helps when you get ahead in the count.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Way behind a goofy knuckleball for strike 2.
Now we got an 0-2 count, Matt, and I tell you what, so impressive. He is executing his game plan, going right on the outside half and exploiting those weaknesses.
A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Ready once again, Lauren Stearns. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Stearns.
In there, 0-1. And a step off. Runners are at first and second with one away. And this is fouled back and out of play. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch struck him out. Strikeout number 16 thus far, as he's had a whale of a ball game.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And Alvarez will put this one away, and the inning is over. He's through 8 with. Now, beautiful look there. Out. Now batting, Thomas Griffin. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9.
Number 40.
Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swings through it for strike number 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. At the plate, Juan Ozuna, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. Into the windup and the pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Difference makes all the difference.
Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Swing and a miss on the old flutter ball, even at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. 2 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Oh, man. So close, but yet so
Well, that's
far.
our pitcher.
Can you imagine giving up 1 hit?
We're going to move on probably to one of my outfielders next.
9 innings, but 1
And again, Ramon Russell, if you happen to be watching, it's Janeway.
Shutout win. Atlanta, with their 50th team win, tops in the division.
A player is called to question by his manager on his base running of late. Having had a little fun with the young speedster, the manager strikes a jovial tone. He checks that the player understands what a green light means and doesn't mean. Even the best bag snatchers need to know when to exercise restraint, and then directs them to exercise it immediately.
We're going to go left field. Yeah, this is the guy that I've had for a long time.
MLB's coverage of baseball on the show brings us to the home of the Braves, SunTrust Park. Today, the third. Into the box now.
I like playing the outfielders too.
His average for the year sits
I
in
haven't gotten too many
280s
chances to
entering
rob
play.
home runs, but I do like playing as them.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run.
Well, there's an old saying that the harder you throw, the...
Stepping up now, Ben Jay. Last night was a good one for him as he turned in a 4-for-5 effort. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ripped toward the gap in right. In to score, the runner from third. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the second double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Coming to the plate now, Ricky Lane. He's come up in big spots like this more than once this year. Currently second in the NL in RBIs.
He did a slide step.
Pitch
Might be thrown out, but I made it.
Is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
How about that for making something happen? First he rips a double, then on the very next pitch he swipes third, just showing what kind of offensive weapon he can be.
Here comes the 1-0. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Well, Harold Reynolds, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
And, Matt, you always want to win 2 of the 3 games. I mean, today is a big game because you walk away and you start adding up those numbers in the series. You go, we won 2 out of 3 there. That's the goal for every team, to win 2 out of 3 in the series.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here. Now, that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Rex Irizarry comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first, just keeping him float. Here it comes on 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
Oh, he definitely got away with a changeup right there. He hung that one.
Come on,
but
Rex
the good
Irizarry.
news is he got in the
base hit.
foul. Now you come back after him here with another pitch.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Aguila is over now, and he's got it for out number 2. And time now to take a look at how these Braves are lined up in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, guys, I'm really hoping to see a turnaround from that number 3 hitter. I mean, here's a guy that hit over 70 bombs last season. He had a ridiculous season. This year, though, it's not been good so far. So I'm sure there's a lot of concern about what's going on right now.
Caden Brown is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike. Digging in to try it again. Ronald Dobbs. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Smoked on the ground left side. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Well, that right there is perfect for taking the ball inside and shooting it the other way. You hear that terminal?
Digging in for his second at-bat, Anthony Rizzo. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Rizzo.
Ready with the 2-2. Drilled to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Well, he comes up with the big RBI hit right there and puts them ahead in this ball game. If they can keep a lead, get to that bullpen, they got a shot to win this game.
I love
Ready
that throw, though,
chance.
where they put that roll in there.
Fielder number 33, Julio Salazar.
That was a damn good throw. But, shit, here we are again.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Sky. Jay makes the catch, but long throw to the plate. Play at the plate, and he's out.
Got him!
Great throw.
Hell
so
yeah!
On 2 hits, 1 Brave error, and 2 men left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Diamondbacks 4.
Yeah, I'm about to replay
and
that.
The Braves 2.
That was an awesome throw.
Ben Jay.
Left fielder, Ben Jay.
That was awesome, dude. One more time. Beautiful.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. takes this the other way to right. Lee is there, and he has it for the out.
That's one of those tough luck outs that'll drive you crazy as a hitter. He drove that fastball but couldn't get it down, so he has to take hard contact as a consolation.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rob Lawrence. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Rob Lawrence
goes down to get this thing as this is lifted in the air to straightaway left. He'll put it away without much trouble, and the leadoff man is retired here in the 4th. Now at the plate, Ben Jay. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th.
Jay.
Runner goes. In the air to right center,
yes.
Carrying well.
We needed that.
There now, and gone. Home run. So a 3-run shot to right center field. A huge home run for him as he now stands alone in the all-time record books as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Oh yes, I surpassed Hank Aaron a long time ago.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Digging in once again, Jorge Aguila, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery on the ground to the left side. And that may be a run. And that's going to plate the tying run from second, and we are all even at 5 aside.
Whoa, those 2 out base hits, those will kill the other team right there. He comes up with a big hit to tie this game.
Ben Jay will stride in again as first we flash you back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ball game to this point. First delivery to him on the way. Swinging a ball hit in the air to right field, and deep back is the right fielder, but he will look up and watch this one sail out of here.
Well, sometimes runs come in bunches, and that's
trying to pick things up where we left off. Ben Jay, 2 home runs and a double to his credit thus far, having quite the game. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap, but that'll be off the wall in right center. Bones is on his way home. Now the relay home, and they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Man, he's wishing right now this game could go on forever, or at least until he can get up again, because otherwise that is probably his last at-bat of the game, leaving him 1 leg shy of hitting for the cycle. Regardless, incredible game.
Now action in the bullpen.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
13-5 at the end of all the action. The Braves blasted 5 home runs en route to victory. Danny Shinjo earns the victory in relief in this one, his 7th of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew.
Should be a lot of good highlights in this one.
This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
We'd like to thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely. Thank you.
Yeah, I wish there were more opportunities to rob home runs. That is very rarely happen. At least in my experience. This is awesome. That was awesome. Wonder how close I was. Let's see if he's going to show the highlight. Yeah. Wonder how close I was to throwing them out. I didn't show that. Well, that was like in the 5th inning then. Okay, how did he not get this guy out? That was the catcher's fault, not mine. Or that was a bad call, one or the other. Hang on a minute. He didn't even go for the tag. Oh my God. Yeah, that was on the catcher, not me. There's the, oh, he didn't, yeah, it's on the catcher. He didn't catch the ball. If he'd called it, it'd have been an out. And it went, well, it did hop just before that, but it still popped right into his glove. You gotta catch that shit. No, I don't feel as bad. Alright, y'all, well, thanks for joining the broadcast. Mr. Russell, if you happen to see it, again, it's Janeway, and I'm really looking forward to getting it in there next year, bro. Thanks, everybody. Please subscribe, and I will catch up with y'all on another day. And as always, game on.